Hey guys, welcome to today's Brewside chat. This is what I'll be calling my speed chats from now on, so I hope you'll stick around and relax for a bit. Today's topic is sports. Now, personally, I don't have any preference of any sports teams or any favorite sports really or anything like that, just because I don't play a lot of sports and I don't really watch them. But I do enjoy going to the games, and I do enjoy, the food and everybody getting really excited and just a bunch of stuff like that. So, where I grew up, which was in a small town in North Carolina, we didn't really have a lot of local sports teams. I do remember we had a baseball team called the Mudcats, and that was our big sports team, really, that was local and whatnot. But I went to a couple of their games. It wasn't really a lot, but I remember I used to always have a lot of fun. Now, recently, since moving to Ohio with my boyfriend, he has been talking to me about the Indians and the Browns, which, if you are a sports nerd, then you would know that the Indians are a baseball team up here and the Browns are a football team, and they seem to be doing really well as far as I can tell, but my boyfriend and his family are all very big fans of both the Indians and the Browns. Recently, we had the All-Star game, and we actually went to the Homerun Derby, which was a really exciting experience for me. I've never been to anything like that before. Like I said, I've only ever really been to very local sports games and stuff like that, so therefore, I've never been to such a big event like this. But going to it, I'm very happy that I did go. It was an amazing experience, and I would definitely love to go again in the next, 20 years, wherever I may be. But I think it would be really fun. Of course, they had an Indians player. His name has slipped my mind right now, but but I think he just had an off day. Obviously, he did not make it through the first round, but I think that he'll be able to qualify for next year and maybe the years after, and I think he'll do really well. But since he did not make it through the first round, we were all like, oh, well, now we kind of don't want to go. But we decided to stay for a little bit anyways, because we knew they were having the second round coming up, and I was actually really excited to see how everybody else was going to do. Now, if you don't know how it goes, how the Homerun Derby goes, basically it's like a bracket system for a tournament. And so they had 4 groups for the first round, obviously, 2 groups for the second round, then the finals, and then the winner, obviously. And in the first round, there was a player by the name of Vladimir. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name, but in his first round, he hit 29 home runs in 4 minutes. How it works is that you have to hit as many baseballs as you can, as many home runs as you can within 4 minutes, and whoever gets the most between those two will go on to the next round. Vladimir hit 29, ended up going to the second round, and he was put up against a guy whose name I also can't remember, and he hit 29 home runs again. We were all really excited. We were like, wow, that's amazing. But here was the kicker. They actually tied. So it was really interesting to see this because, we were like, oh wow, that's an amazing number. It's such a big number of home runs that you would have to hit in 4 minutes. So we were really excited to see how it goes down. They went through a tiebreaker, and their tiebreaker was they would have to hit as many home runs as they could in 1 minute. They both ended up hitting the same amount, and it ended up getting them both to 37 home runs. So they both hit 8 home runs, and it was really exciting to see. We were all we were really excited, and me and my boyfriend's family were all really rooting for Vladimir at that point. But anyway, so they went into their second tiebreaker, and how this tiebreaker went down was that they had 3 balls that they were going to throw, and well, it wasn't really judgmental on balls, it was more so on, swings, so 3 strikes you're out type deal. So they would have to see in 3 swings how many home runs they would hit. They both hit 1. They both hit 1 ball out of those 3, and we were all on the edge of our seats. We were jumping up and down. We were super excited, getting really loud, and it was an amazing experience. But anyway, they ended up going into their 3rd tiebreaker, and finally, after so long of waiting and just being really excited over this, Vladimir hit 2 home run balls and the other guy only hit 1. So it was really exciting, and not obviously, but in the end, sadly, Vladimir did not end up winning. He lost to a guy, but he set a home run derby record of 91 home runs total. I had to talk about that because I thought it was an absolutely amazing accomplishment. 91 home runs in one night. I think that's just phenomenal. But besides the point, going on to the Browns, since I decided to bring them up, we will actually be going to the Browns training camp. Again, this is something that I've never been to before. I've actually never gone and seen a football game in real life, and I'm really excited to see what it is. I'm sure, they're just training, as it would say in the name, but I'll be excited to see how it goes down. If you've noticed in the video, I have been drawing this guy and his dog. Well, this guy is actually a Browns player. His name is Myles Garrett, and he's a linebacker, I think. I can't really remember. I should probably have all of this stuff pulled up next time. But from what I've heard, my boyfriend is a really big fan of his, and he really loves watching him play. He gets really excited watching him play, and he's actually started talking to me about Myles, and I found out that Myles is like a huge nerd, really. He likes to write poetry, which I think is really cool, and he plays video games, he reads comics, he reads manga, and I think it's really, really cool. Another thing is that he really loves animals. He loves dinosaurs, and I tried to implement the little shattered spots as Spinosaurus spines because his favorite dinosaur is actually a Spinosaurus, as he has previously mentioned before. His dog, he just recently got, I think he's about a year old now, if not younger, but his name is actually Gohan, and I think he's absolutely adorable. But anyway, thank you for joining today's Brewside chat. Be sure to check out my other social media platforms, and I hope you have a magical evening. Bye-bye!
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.